All right, let's jump right in. There is a massive contradiction happening in AI right now, and we need to talk about it. On one side, you've got Wall Street absolutely freaking out about disruption. But on the other side, research labs are just cranking out these incredible breakthroughs one after another. So what's the real story here? Let's break it down.
Okay, so first, let's look at the clearest signal we have. The sheer anxiety that's gripping the financial markets. And this isn't just, some background chatter. It's a huge indicator of how the business world is trying to get its head around AI's power. And believe me, it is having a very real, very immediate impact on some of the biggest names out there.
And look, this isn't just speculation. We're talking about fresh, legitimate fears. According to Bloomberg, that AI could cause some major economic upheaval. And those fears, they're shaking up global markets as we speak. You can tell investors are getting pretty nervous.
To see just how real this is, get this. IBM, a titan of the tech world, just had its worst stock drop in a quarter century, 25 years. And it's being fueled directly by these fears of AI disruption. When a company that huge takes a hit that hard, you know the market is taking this whole threat of obsolescence very, very seriously.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. While the markets are all over the place, the actual leaders in the AI space seem to be heading in totally different directions. You've got OpenAI, which, kind of quietly, just dropped the word safely from its main mission statement. At the exact same time, its rival, Anthropic, is doubling down, putting out a new policy to reaffirm its commitment to safety. This is a huge philosophical split happening at the very top, and it's going to have massive consequences down the road.
But okay, let's step away from the Wall Street drama for a second. Because if you look at the research labs, it is a completely different story. The pace of innovation there is, well, it's absolutely on fire.
Let's take healthcare. We're seeing new models like XMorph pop up. And they don't just act like some mysterious black box that spits out a diagnosis. No, these are being designed for explainability, so they can actually help doctors understand why the model thinks it found a brain tumor. That is a crucial step for building trust and actually using these tools to save lives.
And it's not just happening in the digital world. Robotics is taking these insane leaps forward. There's a new framework called action reasoning that uses language models to let robots, to let them reason about what they're doing in physical 3D space. We're going from robots that just follow simple commands to ones that can actually figure out complex jobs all by themselves.
And honestly, the list just goes on and on. It's like a fire hose of new research. You've got global safety reports, massive new health models trained on data from almost 2 million people, brand new approaches for self-driving cars, for protein folding, even AI to help out with job interviews. The engine of innovation is just roaring right now. So, this brings us to the core issue. With all this incredible, mind-blowing innovation happening in the labs, is any of it actually helping the bottom line? Is it making businesses more productive? This, right here, is the central conflict. It's the AI paradox.
This is the multi-trillion-dollar question, isn't it? Everybody wants to know. We've got the tech, we've got the brains, but where are the results for the economy as a whole? Well, as it turns out, the answer is really, really complicated.
See, on one side of this paradox, you have a pretty sobering report from the National Bureau of Economic Research. It basically says that even the companies that are already using AI are reporting, not much of an impact on their productivity. That's a huge gap between the hype and what's actually happening for a lot of businesses. But then, on the other hand, you see this. A totally different survey, this one from NVIDIA, shows that in certain areas, like healthcare, we're talking radiology, drug discovery, AI is already delivering a clear, powerful return on investment. So it's not that AI isn't working, it's just that its impact seems to be super concentrated in specific pockets, and it hasn't spread to the wider economy, yet. So we're left with this kind of confusing reality, right? And smack in the middle of all of it, you have developers and entrepreneurs just racing to build this whole new wave of AI tools. They're all trying to be the one that finally bridges that gap between the insane potential we see in the lab and the real-world results that businesses are desperate for.
And what's so cool here is just the sheer variety. I mean, look at this. You have everything from Mercury 2, this beast of a model built for enterprise-level speed, all the way to Ghost Reply, which is a personal AI that literally handles your text messages for you. You've got tools for developers, for businesses, for advertising. It's just this explosion of apps trying to find their niche. Okay, so if the technology is getting better and better and all these new tools are being built, what if we're thinking about this productivity problem all wrong? What if the real bottleneck isn't the AI at all?
what if it's something else?
There's this fascinating new economics paper that floats this idea called human verification bandwidth. And the theory goes like this. As AI cognition becomes super cheap, basically free, the real limit on progress isn't how smart the machines are anymore. The real limit is our own human ability to keep up, to check the AI's work, to make sure its outputs are right, and to actually implement its ideas correctly.
And that leaves us with a really provocative final thought to chew on. If an AI can generate 1,000 brilliant strategies or 1,000,000 lines of code for practically zero cost, does the most valuable, the most scarce skill in the future become simply knowing if any of it is actually right? That might just be the real paradox we all need to figure out.